Strike Zone Mining Podcast. I'm James Murray from NetNewsLedger's Business Spotlight. On this show, our focus is simple. We're going to bring you the experts you need to hear. Whether you're exploring, operating, supplying, investing, or leading policy. So if you want the straight goods from the right voices, you're in the right place. Let's get to work.
It's February 28th. We've got a combination Strike Zone Mining podcast and Northern Ontario Roads update with Kevin Palmer, who's on the road headed down to Toronto to PDAC. Kevin, welcome and thanks for coming on.
Thanks, James. Thanks for having me. Road conditions are pretty much terrible. Can tell you, single lane traffic and lots of bad transport drivers. Oh, man.
You're on Highway 17 heading east?
I am, yeah. Well, we were going to go on 11, but it's closed. And it says that 17 might be closed at Wawa, in which case I'll take the, the industrial road to get around it and get to Sudbury without going through the Sioux.
Always fun, isn't it? It just never...
Always fun, and yeah. I don't know. I guess they ran out of salt, or I don't know what's going on, but it's really, really dangerous on this highway.
And has been all winter long. So you're headed down to PDAC. So let's talk about some of the products that you're going to be featuring while you're down in Toronto. First of all, let's start with Corecase. What's the story on Corecase?
So James, as you know, Corecase has been our client for a few months now. Our job is to help produce awareness in the Canadian and the United States market. I think with the LinkedIn posts and stuff, we're coming to about 5 million views. So Corecase is front and center as far as Palmer Creative Group is concerned. And I think you and I and everyone else has done a good job of trying to promote and make sure that there's an awareness about that Corecase product.
Now, for our readers and our listeners who don't know what Corecase is about, what do they need to know?
Well, Corecase initially started in Brazil, and they have expanded. They're one of the larger Corecase manufacturers in the world. They have a huge following in Latin and Southern America, and they're introducing them to market in Canada.
Now, one of the benefits to Corecase is, first of all, they're lighter.
The awareness that, oh, yeah, you want the, sure. So they're lighter and they hold lots. They don't have any wasted room. They stack, stack 15 or 20 on top of each other, and they nest together. They also nest horizontally, so you'll never kick them over. They'll never fall over. You'll never have to, redo board because of that. Also, the oxidization is removed because they're protected very well, and it's way cheaper than wood boxes because you're only buying one lid for every 15 boxes, not a lid for every box. So you're saving yourselves on $100,000. You might save $200,000 if you're an operating mine or an exploration company. So it's way cheaper and highly recommended by hundreds of companies around the world.
Now, they're going to be at booth 1147 at PDAC, so let's get that out there right away so everybody can find them, because that's a huge show.
Yes, 1147 though is the booth that I'll be at half the day.
Okay.
And what they'll be doing at that booth is I've got 45 core trays in the back of the truck here. And so what I'm going to be doing is setting them up in the booth and challenging people to push them over, because you can't push them over. It's crazy. They're so solid. And of course, another advantage is that you don't have to build those dumb vertical core racks that all the mines have. And so you're not lifting these 60, 70, 80-pound boxes over your head, which also introduces gender equality to the geologists. I mean, my daughters were geologists. They'd never be able to lift these 80-pound core boxes as their initiation into the job. So,
well, unless they wanted to wreck their back, Kevin.
Well, yeah, they couldn't physically. They can't lift. When these boxes are full, they're heavy. So, I mean, by having these things machine, forklift, on a pallet, you're saving all those people from having to go through the strain and stress of trying to muscle 75 pounds of core box. How many times? Like each pallet has, call it 60 on it, or 40, 60, I don't remember. But that's a lot of lifting. I calculated one time, in a 12-hour shift, these technologists, these technology people in the core shacks are expected to lift 19,000 pounds over a 12-hour shift.
Wow, that's like when I was a kid piling lumber in the Green Chain Gang. That's a lot of weight.
Oh, yeah, and it's ridiculous to expect someone of a smaller nature to keep up with. I'm 220. I can do that, no problem. But I would be tired at the end of 12 hours. Now, imagine if I was 120 or 140.
Oh.
No way I could do that job.
Now, the other company that we're going to talk about today is McDowell Equipment. You're going to be at PDAC for them as well.
That's right. McDowell's been our client now since beginning of December. And what their claim to fame is that they will rent you new CAT equipment, including all the underground and all the surface and pit stuff, as well as commercial and industrial machinery. They've got tons. They got 176 pieces of equipment in their yard. I went with the drone a couple weeks ago. Just fantastic amount of money in that yard is crazy.
So the iron the miners need to get the gold.
Absolutely, and it's really picked up because of our activity on LinkedIn. As you know, we made a group called the Maintenance Professional Group, and I think that this morning went up to 375 members, each of them responsible for keeping maintenance of their particular mine in order and buying equipment and stuff like this. So the videos that we've been doing and the stills and broadcasts and like this podcast, it all helps to create awareness for Tim McDowell Equipment.
So that's our update heading to PDAC, one of the biggest mining shows in the world. Kevin will be there. You can reach you, Kevin, at what number at the bat phone?
807-356-1313.
Kevin, we'll be talking to you again as we go through the course of PDAC.
Sounds great, James.
It's James with the Strike Zone Mining Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.